Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Bobby. Guys, amazing video today. We're gonna check out 4-year-old Owen's philosophy professor in debate over God. So in today's video, we're gonna see the Fitrah in action. But before we do so, guys, as always, if you enjoy my content, leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description box below, especially my ebook, in which I talk about my reversion journey to Islam to further support my work. And now, with no further ado, let's have a look.
Alright, Lana, I've got a question for you. I've got your Play-Doh here with me. My question is, where did this come from? Do you know where that came from?
From people.
Which people?
The people that God made.
God? What's God? What do you mean by God?
He made everything.
God made everything?
MashaAllah.
Is there anything that God didn't make?
Yes, he didn't make the houses.
Okay, but I thought you said God made everything.
I know, but not the houses. He made the wood for the houses. So that kind of is like making houses.
Okay, I see.
Because he gives the wood to the people, gives all the materials to make the houses.
Right.
What about God? Did God make God?
No, he came out of nothing.
He came out of nothing? Well, if God came out of nothing, then couldn't our universe... Do you know what our universe is?
No.
It's like all the physical stuff. You know what a physical thing is? Well, you see, this is made out of physical stuff. Put all the physical stuff together and you have our universe. What if our universe just came out of nothing? From nobody, like there isn't any God. Why do you think God is real? Do you think God is real?
Yes.
Why?
Because then where would the Bible
Toddler's
come
always sick.
from? And where would we come from?
What if the Bible was just written by people?
But how would the people get made? How would we get made?
Maybe the people were made by the ground.
But there would be no ground because there would be nothing already there to make it.
Oh, that's interesting, Lana. But what if the ground came from nothing? Just like you said God came from nothing. Maybe the ground came from nothing.
Only good, perfect things can come from nothing.
Only perfect things? What? Why? Why do you think that? That's
God
interesting.
was made from nothing, but nothing else was made.
Because God's perfect?
Because
Exactly, man.
Because God
Fitrah.
was all he made, so there can't be another thing made from nothing. There would already be something to make it, so why would we want another thing just from nothing? Because then it would be perfect like the God, and the God could also make it. If he was there, when he was there,
Then there would be another.
Is this confusing?
Subhanallah, just as expected, we're gonna see some Fitrah in action here. This girl really understands it intuitively. Children are still connected to that realm in some way or another. They're not so removed like adults are. Honestly, in life, I always say this. It is not about learning new things, but it is about unlearning. Honestly, the best person of you is the one that unlearns all the brainwashing that they picked up throughout their lifetime. Believe you me. Anyways, the point of the story is that this girl is really upon the Fitrah still because she understands that something cannot come out of nothing. Something created, we should add here for understanding, cannot come out of nothing. It has to come from a designer. However, when we talk about God, he comes out of nothing in a way. He doesn't come out of nothing, but he is uncreated. This would be the right terminology, but she is a child, obviously. He is uncreated. He is not born, all right? Neither is he begotten, nor does he beget. That is God. And then she nails it because she understands only the perfect one comes out of nothing. Only the perfect one is uncreated, but everything else that you see is created. She adds then and says, oh, well, okay, the houses are built by humans, However, the materials are given by that perfect God. So here you can see this innate predisposition in children. They simply understand this. And it is so logical. It is common sense, really, but people are so far away from it. This philosophy professor here as well, he says, oh, well, they come out of the ground. Yeah, okay, where did that ground come from? Who created that, right? Or maybe that came out of nothing. No, the ground cannot come out of nothing because the ground is physical, the ground is material, the ground is creation. We are talking about a force that is creating. Who is this creative force? And that girl feels it. It's amazing, subhanAllah.
This is hard to do.
This is hard. You're really doing a good job. So I want to think a little bit more with you. This is a hard one. I want to think a little bit more with you about coming from nothing. Coming from nothing. Could something, when you say that God came from nothing, are you saying that God started, like there was no God and then boop, God came into being? Or are you saying God didn't start?
He didn't even start. He was just there already.
There you go.
Exactly right.
You heard it from the 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Now you might be thinking, what have we done with her? Have we taught her these things? No, I didn't teach her any of that stuff. Did she learn that from her church?
No.
Did I teach you this?
No.
Where did you get it from?
I got it from my mind.
Your mind?
And some of it was from my gut, but more of it is from my head.
Interesting.
Mind.
Subhanallah. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And there she clarified it. When she said nothing, this was just her as a kid talking. She didn't even mean that there was nothing and then something sprung out of nothing and that something was God. No, she thinks with her mind that God is uncreated, that God was always there. So God is that consistency. God is the creator, the infinite creator that has always been there. God is not bound to space and time. He creates time and space, and therefore he is free of time and space. He is eternal indeed. He is the ever-living. And she understands all of that. And then the philosophy teacher there asks her, did you learn that in church? No, obviously not, because they don't teach that in church, man. In church, they talk about Jesus, about Mary, about the Trinity, yada, yada, yada. They don't really talk about the metaphysics of the one God. Because if they have to go into their metaphysics, then they have to speak about the Trinity, and everybody will be confused, and obviously children will sense it right away and understand that this is bunk. It is not true. But children that are upon the Fitrah still, like her, they simply understand it intuitively. God is uncreated. He is perfect. This is Surah Ikhlas. She understands this. And this is what we mean when we say every human being is born upon the Fitrah. We revert to Islam later in life, inshallah, because we are born as Muslims. Every child is born as a Muslim, and then the parents make them into Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, etc., you name it. They even did experiments in Japan where they have the Shinto religion, and the Shinto religion is free of God. There is no God in the Shinto religion. However, even those children interviewed in a similar fashion understood, yes, there is one God. They all get it, man. It's absolutely amazing. So this is really a beautiful watch here to see. And it reminds me of my children as well, especially my son. He's 4 years old now. I started talking with him about God. I think he was 2 years old or so. And man, it was absolutely amazing. He even remembered when he was in the belly of my then wife. He really remembered it. He remembered how it felt like to be in the womb. He told me about it. And he said that there was a big boom, 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 which was the heartbeat. So he could remember being in the womb. And then we started talking about God, and he said the same things. He sensed it and looked around and then asked me and said, God created everything, right? And I said, yeah, obviously. And then he burst out in a manic laughter. He was really laughing because of the grandiosity. You could see it in his eyes. It was just so amazing to him to realize, yes, this is it, man. This is haqq. This is truth. God creates everything. He is the creator of all things. He understood it and he saw it in that moment. It was almost like a psychedelic experience. So amazing, man. Alhamdulillah. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, I want to repeat what I said in the beginning. This life is not about learning. It is about unlearning. All the problems that you face in your life, They're all acquired problems. There are no problems whatsoever. All of your problems are man-made creations. They're not real at all. When you return to your fitrah, you see clearly. You see everything crystal clear, and you realize that there are no problems and that you already have intuitively the answer to all things. It is written in your heart. It is inside of you. God gave you that fitrah. You will recognize the truth like that. I guarantee it. Anyways, guys, this is it for today's video. Absolutely amazing. If you enjoyed it just like I did, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description box below to further support my work. Thank you very much for that, guys, and check out my new ebook as well. It's not so new by now. It has been out for a few months already. Check out my ebook in which I talk about my reversion journey to Islam and everything in between. All right, but this is it for today. As always, may God bless you all. Much love and peace.
يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي